It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
On second down, it's Brooks. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Motion man sent left. Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He gets this to Tyler Scott. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They're running the option, short side. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Cut near the goal line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers get it down to a single point. Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Detroit getting its offense set for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. The Steelers go to a dime set. Must be thinking pass on this 3rd down. Couple additional DBs brought in. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Collects this at the 32. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a modest gain up to the 46. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back-to-back carries here. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. On first down, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Williams coming in motion right. Throwing again, it's Goff. He's gonna push one deep down the right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Steelers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it was such a privilege for me living up in the Pacific Northwest and covering the Legion of Boom. And when I see a play like that, all I see is number 25. Richard Sherman. Yeah, he could run his mouth and he could talk with the best of them, but he walked it with tackles just like that.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Lions will go on offense. First down throw from Goff. Completed over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. Off play action, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Rush coming for Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Lions readying for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Fields on 1st down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Fields out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
48-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Good. Hurry up, hurry up.
Off play action, it's Fields. Taken in by Smith. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good night.
Fields looking to throw. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Goff on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Here's 2nd and 2. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw, Goff. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down. They are throwing it again. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Goff setting to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The Steelers taking over on offense with halftime rapidly approaching. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Cut by the open man. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. First down throw for Fields. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Here we go, side. Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He's back to throw. He lofts it deep left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. Jaden Reed, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass there. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that one all tied. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Lions the first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. To try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
St. Brown's got it, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, here comes Brooks. He finds space for a few yards that time. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action with Goff. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Goff on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Shotgun snap to Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 28. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down.
And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game.
Lions 14.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He'll take this at the 10. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Steelers offense headed out. That last touchdown cuts their lead from 10 to 3, but a chance to restore it right here. The give now out of the shotgun. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Running back sent in motion. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Here we go, son.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Lions.
Play action, Fields. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. 1st down throw from Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Handoff here for Brooks. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and that gives the Lions the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Goff on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing again, it's Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Steelers 17.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return coming from the 6. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he's stopped. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They put Scott in motion left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we're through 3 here. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Fields out of the gun. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets back to the line, but no more. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Fields looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now it's Fields. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, Goff. Finds a man right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now Goff. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. Looking for his wide receiver there. And what will they dial up on third and short? Running the toss here to Brooks. Oh no, the ball is loose! And it's a turnover, the defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Third down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing fourth down, they're off the field completely.
The Steelers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Here we go, son. Go.
Off play action, it's Fields. Has a man, it's Scott. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Second and 3 now. From the 32. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Brings up 4th down and 3 yards to go.
Now Fields. Scott reels it in. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a fourth-quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Goff setting to throw. That one's complete right side. And this one does not go far. Second down now, 7 to go. Off play action, Goff. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play, and that gives the Lions the first.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Still sticking with the passing game. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Back to throw it. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. He's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Steelers 24.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Steelers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Risky throw, and it's intercepted! And the Lions take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Give them 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They send him left out of the slot. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. On the give, it's Brooks. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. 2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Again, they give to Brooks. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Looking to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play action.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
Under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field, so that play's going to remain a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions drive their lead to 11.
Steelers 24.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return starts at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Fields on first down. That's complete. Here's Scott. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie from Wisconsin.
You know that quarterback, he's out in Denver now, Kate, Russell Wilson, he loves to say the separation is in the preparation. And when you're facing a DB that is all over the ball and now adding a second interception to his ledger today, you know this guy was prepared, did his homework, and then he's gone on this field today, and he has been a difference maker.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown. This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Pittsburgh.